You made me good.
I did just try and do a little bit of an old school thing where I start the live recording and nobody knows what's going on, so we're all just talking in the background. But that didn't really work that well. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Assigned Seating, UCR's very own cinema club, and by the power of Grayskull, we have returned. We are here and we are live today. And a man who said he had so much fun, he just had to come back for seconds. Jeff Smith, you are joining us again today. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, absolutely.
Welcome.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Well,
and thanks for having me. It's an honor.
No, it's a lot of fun. So if you were here last week,
I don't know.
Yeah, you haven't been around long enough yet. You'll see. Of course, my lovely co-host Vera is back in the cinema with us this week, and we are live today. We don't usually do Assigned Seating live. It's been a handful of times, but we're just spicing things up this week because we have all been to the cinema recently. If you were here with us last week, you would know that we went back to 1987. What a good time. We got real hungry.
Dinosaurs roamed the earth.
We got real hungry. Did you have ribs or chicken, Jeff, after last week's review?
I did have ribs. I didn't have chicken. Actually, I had chicken. I went to a euchre tournament, and I had some chicken over there that was quite delicious. And actually, it kind of reminded me of that. It was but I did have ribs though.
You play euchre?
I do. I play euchre sometimes. I wouldn't say I'm very good at it, but
I haven't played in years. I used to play a lot, but
it's a really fun game.
I would need a refresher, but enjoyed it.
So
so exciting.
Random tangent. I know, it's like, welcome to People Over 50 chat, and we're back.
Fuck up.
But we decided to go to the cinema because it's been a hot minute since we were in Eternia, but we're going to talk about it today. If you haven't already seen it, you might be one of the people that hasn't. We'll talk about that too. We are talking today about 2026's Masters of the Universe. Dun, dun, dun. Dramatic sting and excitement. Now, obviously, we've all seen this at the cinema because it's only
in theaters. Yay!
At the moment. Now, I swung big with this one. I was like, I knew I was going to see it. I'm like, I don't know if Vera is a Masters of the Universe kind of girly, which is why I found Jeff. Because he is a Masters of the Universe girly.
I am definitely the type of Masters of the Universe type of girl.
That's it. But Vera, when I messaged her, she had a bit of a stunning revelation. Vera, why? Why did you see the movie?
Well, I haven't seen the movie. Did see the original in '87,
nice.
100 years ago. But I am a Nick Galitzine fan, so I thought, sure, why not? 100 years ago.
She was like, hot shirtless people, why not? She's in.
I kept it a little cleaner than that for the replay, but whatever.
Well. Mass appeal, right? Mass appeal.
It is.
I was going to go see this again yesterday, but I ran out of time. I usually like to be fresh and be ready to go, but it is slowly making its way out of cinemas. The monster that is Toy Story.
It was still in the big theater when I went.
Monster that is Toy Story 5 is looming its ugly head. So
yes,
it's time for everyone else to bow down to the altar of the giant mouse. Sadly,
well, we have a movie plex
over here in Australia,
and it was a pretty good house. I mean, the houses are doing better, but it hadn't moved to one of the smaller theaters yet, which is usually where they put the older
the total flops, you know.
Yeah.
The total flops.
Well, the art house films always go into the small cinemas too.
I saw this on day of release, and I was surprised at how many people were actually there in the morning. I think I went to a 10:30 a.m. session on a weekday, and I was like, "Hello, why are there people here? I'm like, what's going on?" So it surprises me that the reaction to the box office reaction has been a little bit lukewarm, but we'll talk about it. Well, more than a little bit lukewarm. We'll talk about it later on anyway. Jeff, what was your... Well, the whole reason Jeff's here is his cinema experience. Let's talk about it, because this is the reason why I'm man down. Tell us, Jeff. Tell us your question.
Where do you want me to start? I mean, yeah, I'm a really, really big fan, and so of course I had to dress up, and I think the outfit that I made cost about $14, and it took me about 30 minutes to put together, but it was something that just clicked. I said, "Oh, this is gonna look really cool," and so I went to the theater, and like my whole thing, I wanted to get the power sword, the power sipper. Mm-hmm. And the first theater I went to, I pre-bought tickets a couple days in advance, and they didn't have it. And so I said, I'm going to need to get my money reimbursed, because I'm on a mission now. And 5 hours later, literally driving around, I went to 4 different cinemas that were about an hour to an hour and a half away from each other. I couldn't find the power sword. And so I ended up going to Target and getting this little power sword. The one that it lights up, you press the button, it shoo, and it says, "I have the power." And I went to the theater like that. That is how I went. But I took a couple photos and, kind of going about my experience and complaining really about how just people that weren't even watching the movie are getting into the theater and buying these things up so they can sell them on eBay for twice the amount of money. And it kind of went a little bit. I mean, it was quite the popular. I still get likes and comments and stuff like that. And that was posted, I think, a week and a half ago.
Mm. But you believe in sharing the power, right? Sharing the power of the power sword.
Yes. Yeah. Do you want me to kind of go there?
I do. I want to go there.
Okay. I did. I watched it. There weren't many people in the theater. So other than, it wasn't like your experience, but this was, I think the show I went was like 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. And there was only a couple families in there. And so I'm walking out, and one family's walking out with me, and I'm walking to my car. I get about halfway to my car, and I hear this, "Excuse me, sir." Mister. And I turned around, and this little boy said, "I just think your outfit is amazing." Oh, I needed to hear that. I just was on a mission for 5 hours. I'm watching this thing by myself, and I walked up to him and I said, "Can I give you this power sword?" And really? And the only thing I wish I would have had him do is turn around and give me the "I have the power." But it made me feel good. I was just kind of thinking it was my excuse to get the real power sword. So that's my next purchase.
Right. Look at what kind of a man is that? Hey, that's a good dude, Congrats. Right? And
at my showing, there were kids. I was at the 7 o'clock. I was a little earlier. There was still more kids in the theater, and they were taking pictures with the movie card.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and
for everyone
no cutouts like
for everyone that was curious, you don't need a cutout when you've got this.
Oh yes. Thank you.
My absolute pleasure. As soon as I said, I randomly messaged Jeff after I was looking for anyone that would have the right vibe. And then I came across that social media post and went, "This is my man. This is my man. He's there." So you missed the reveal last week, Vera. You have to go back and see there was a sneaky reveal last week as well. So yeah. I think this collectible sipper thing and like is getting out of control, right?
Yeah.
I can't like imagine if they had these, but like there's certain movies you can't do that with Schindler's List. That's not a collectible you want. But everything's like Devil Wears Prada's a handbag, a sword. It's just like, okay.
Do you really want to carry that memory forever?
Well, once you see that movie, you kind of do. It's kind of in there. But we don't get that stuff here. We don't get any of that stuff over in Australia. We get
really?
Maybe a decorative cup, and that's as exciting as it gets. We don't get like massive swords, and there was like a Scream tumbler when Scream 7 came out. I'm like, I must have it, and of course, not in the country.
I heard that there's actually a what is the Scary Movie? Right?
Yeah, it's a bong.
Yeah, the bong. Yes.
It's a literal bong.
That's
well, they know their audience. They know
Did you see the Dune popcorn bucket?
With
no,
with the mouth with the teeth on it. It looks mysteriously like a very, very grudge-holding fleshlight.
A toothy
it looks like
anus.
a fleshlight. It looks like a fleshlight with a grudge holding. It's like, okay.
They didn't complete the rest of the worm. It was just the top of it.
Just
no.
Speaking of those box of tissues,
it was a very weird sighting when I went to see
it. It was weird. And you're like, people are gonna fuck that. That's it.
Somebody signed off on that, you know?
It was definitely a man. But Mass Appeal, as Vera said, I saw there was mixed age range. There was people old enough to be my parents in the audience that must have watched the show with their children, and then there were people. There were the single dudes, the single millennial dudes there. There were some two girls randomly there that were younger than me. I'm like, hello. And then there were some kids. I'm like, this is some mixed appeal. But
my audience was a dad with two kids, and then the rest of it was couples, middle-aged couples, you know, who probably grew up on He-Man and Masters of the Universe.
Millennials just
repping and then hard. There was me.
That's all good. We are all of a different vintage, so it's all fine.
It was mostly just parents dragging their kid, like dads.
Yeah.
Their kids.
Watch it.
I grew up on this.
They're doing the full bird box to the kids going,
you're gonna
watch this and enjoy it. Well, we're going to discuss if they're going to like it or not. So if you have not seen Masters of the Universe, for the love of God, go to the theater. Please, for the love of God, go to the theater and see this sucker. But we are
movies are always better at the theater.
Especially something like this.
Yes.
I mean, from the very beginning, even the opening titles, it had that little sniff of remembrance and retroville filmation colors and all that kind of stuff for all the kids that grew up on the TV. Like, and then this whole animated first part, you're like, oh, okay. This is what they thought they were doing back in 1987. This is like a cartoon come to life. I think people just want to complain about anything in this day and age, and I do have something to complain about in this movie, but it is certainly not the graphics. I thought everything looked fantastic in this movie. Everyone's like, too much CGI. I'm like, oh yeah, because we're doing swords and sorcery on different planets, because we need to be grounded in realism for that. But epic vistas and a very nice kind of brief moment of old lore that, unless you're a Masters of the Universe head, you probably, even that people that just randomly watch the cartoons, don't know about the old heroes and all that kind of stuff. If you're a Kevin Smith series watcher, all
Right.
that is delved into in that season in the Netflix show, but they do brush against it here, which is admirable because it is a lot of backstory, but I feel like that very clipped beginning part was great, and I knew I was in when I saw Baby Cringer.
That was what got you right away. You're like,
Yeah,
oh,
right
That's
away.
cute. That's
That was
cute.
it.
I'm like, come on. Talking green cat. I'm down.
So it was
I'm down.
cute. It was very cute.
The young actor that played young Adam was
Young
great
Adam.
too.
He was great.
I thought he was
great.
fair.
Oh, he had my heart from the word go.
Yeah, such a good, and just the haircut.
Yep.
I hope for that kid's sake it was a wig, that he didn't have to rock that haircut while he was filming, because
Hair grows.
kids can be cruel. Kids can be cruel, man. That's all I'm gonna
Hair
say.
grows.
He's in a
Hair
movie.
grows.
He's in the movie, so
He is in the movie.
He's
So
like,
we get a nice little pre-story of young Prince Adam being trained by Man-at-Arms and his daughter Tila. A lot was made and is made in this day about people being overly inclusive and, trying for representation. I did not give a flying fuck that Man-at-Arms was black in this movie.
the only thing that I gave anything is that he turned into a severe alcoholic.
But look, I'm down with it, and we'll brush up against it, because, as I said, there are things in this movie that I don't love, but this first part isn't it. I thought it was just like, he was great. I
thought he was great.
As the hero, I'm a hero. I am the
It
hero.
took me a minute to convince myself it was Idris Elba, because he was so against the part he played in the Marvel movies.
Yeah,
he felt it was beneath, and now all of a sudden here he is in Masters of the Universe. It's like, it is Idris Elba. It is Idris Elba.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. And of course, we have the introduction to the Royal Guard. King Randall was an ass. Like,
he was.
That's some toxic masculinity there, and I think that's a really interesting theme that they brush up against for the whole movie, considering what this property is. It is ultra masculinity. This even in the cartoon, Prince Adam is pretty buff, but he's meant to be less than a man until the power of Grayskull throws through his veins with his massive sword. It's very that. It's on the nose.
They did suggest that he wasn't masculine till then, but you could see his biceps under the pink shirt.
But there was a lot of referencing about what it takes to be a man in this training, and what a man does, and how a man responds, and how a man acts. And I think in this modern day, and we talk about it on UCR Live all the time, just the toxic ideas of masculinity and looks maxing and all of that kind of thing. It's a very well-timed movie to kind of address to kids that there is more than one way to be a man. There is more than one way to be a hero. It doesn't mean that you have to choose violence, that you have to be on the attack. You can be strong in different ways. And this movie comes up time and time again, but it's nice to see it straight away. But we do not get peace for long, which is what we appreciated about the first movie. We didn't have to wait long for the man with the bony face to appear. Signpost it. Listen up, people. Jared Leto is not the worst part of this movie. Jared Leto is probably one of the best parts of this movie.
I thought he did great.
I didn't have any issues with him being.
He was.
I was expecting the Skeletor voice, but he did fine. He did great.
I think that would have been a step too far, but I think his personification of Skeletor worked for me. It had enough of the cartoon, and it kind of had even the Frank Langella that pompous moment that we were talking about last year.
It was a nice blend of both.
Yeah, where Frank Langella was terrifying. If you didn't watch the review last week, I won tickets to see Masters of the Universe back in 1987, 88 when it came out here. And I was so excited because I was a He-Man head, and then Skeletor came on screen and I cried. And Nelly left.
I think I went on a date. I think it was a date.
Vera cried afterwards. But
no.
I think that he is fantastic from the get-go. The look of all the villains is... Trapjaw is amazing. That's like an action figure come to life. Yeah. I can't get over that. Here's my thing. I hate Alison Brie as Evelyn.
I do too.
I thought she was horrible.
She was the weak link.
She was the weakest link in the cast. Hated it. I
thought I could have done a better job.
Me too. I thought I could have done a better job.
I was like, girl.
I didn't know that that's where you were going to go with that. But I mean, I kind of see it. She didn't.
There was no gravitas. There was no anything.
There was no.
Was just like,
there was no expression. It was so flat. Oh, but this is what we're gonna do.
But that worked for Meg Foster. Meg Foster's Evelyn, iconic, terrifying, kind of sexy. This had nothing.
None of that.
That's just it, and you can kind of even tell.
I'm not remembering Meg Foster very well.
Think of the eyes, Vera.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
the blue eyes.
Yes.
Ghostbusters, and then because she still had that, like the same person, right?
Right.
Right. And she pretty much did the exact same.
I was like, that's really disappointing. When pretty much everyone else in this movie is really well cast. And then I thought to myself, who could we get it? And feel free to disagree with me. One person sprung to mind really quickly that has that kind of bitchy, sexy, kind of evil look. Well, she played an evil high schooler. Megan Fox.
Oh, yeah.
She's got the cheekbone. There was no contour on this whore whatsoever. I'm like, Evelyn was a cunty bitch, and you're like, no, she's not. She's just like,
I was thinking it would have been a fun place to slide in Courtney Cox.
Oh, could you imagine? She'd be like, I'm Evelyn. Yeah, see, that cameo would have been cute, but I think
it would have been a fun. I think Courtney Cox could have done a credible job.
Probably a little bit old at the moment for the studios.
Oh, she's got so much plastic in her face. She
can carry a horror franchise, but she can't be back at Masters. But that's okay. But Beastman, everyone else loved all about it. Amazing. But Alison Brie, just even the line deliveries, there was nothing menacing about her. There was nothing interesting about her. I'm like,
it's horrible.
Anyway.
I didn't even think about it. Yes.
Completely agree.
Go back next time.
If I had to get rid of one person and replace one person, I completely agree. Evelyn would.
She would be my go because everyone else.
To me, was the weak link in the cast. I thought Jared Leto rocked it. I thought
Jared Leto was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
We haven't even met Nick yet, so we're only at the beginning. But Skeletor's quest for Grayskull. And how do you feel? Sorry, I've seen this before. This is a Jeff question. How do you feel about Grayskull just being there, like just over the bridge?
This did not bother me, but I'm not as deep in the horror as you guys are.
Jeff, how do you feel about it?
I mean, I don't think that. I didn't really think about it. I guess being right there. I didn't even. Yeah, I mean, but it was literally right there.
It was literally right there. It did not bother me at all.
But I guess
I didn't think about it too much. So
if we put it in context, ancient cultures build cities around ancient civilizations. Da 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 da.
Yeah.
We can rationalize it. But the quest for Grayskull's in. The person that I do feel kind of gets short shrift in this and probably deserves a little bit more is Marina Baccarin, the sorceress.
Yes.
She looked, the costuming was fucking amazing.
She
I was
was
like, how
was
do you
great.
make somebody look like they're covered in feathers and they're not covered in feathers? She looked
Right.
She was good.
She's
and
great.
Costume
And the
design,
contrast between her and Evelyn,
like,
they're
supposed to be polar opposites too.
Yeah,
and it's just like,
and they were supposed to be contrasting black and white, good and evil, and the sorceress just rocked it.
So as Man at Arms fails, and King Randor gets, I guess we're to assume killed here, but we all know that that's not going to happen yet. The sorceress decides that she can save Prince Adam and thrusts him into a portal, which is very want to do for the Filmation cartoon. When in doubt, just throw someone into a portal. He takes the sword. He takes the sword of power because that will be the way that he can find his way back to Eternia. And I like that we get the Marlena backstory as well. Really quickly, that she is from Earth. Originally in the cartoons, she is an astronaut that ends up on Eternia. But we get that little backstory, and young Prince Adam is flung across dimensions, but loses the power sword in the process.
Would you have been able to hang on to that sword?
Well, not at that age, my God. Massive.
You're spinning through some sort of wormhole.
I don't know what she was thinking.
Desperation happens. Desperation happens. But we are flash forward 15 years in the future, where we meet Adam in the real world. As a human resource, in a human resources role. Okay. I have no problem with comedy and satire and parody and all that stuff. This first part on Earth, yep, cool. I dig it because we're getting the idea of otherness, and he is a displaced person in time. I feel like every movie doesn't have to be Guardians of the Galaxy, though.
It's so funny that you said that, because I really felt there was a lot of homage to Guardians as well.
I don't think I'm wrong.
I
look at where Chris Pratt's character is at the beginning of Guardians of the Galaxy.
1,000 miles away. Drew the same parallel.
He is a child displaced on Earth, but he is taken from Earth. But yeah, same, but different. And I do enjoy the pointing out of the monotony of all of the modern day and what it is like to live here. The big controversy in the trailer was the he/him nameplate. I'm like, if you can't get comedy, people that's comedy.
Right. It's funny.
I thought it was funny. I got a good chuckle. I got a good chuckle out of that.
I laughed.
That's what we call satire, people. We are holding up the current climate, reflecting it back at ourselves and going, isn't this a little bit funny that this is what we're resorted to?
Right.
And, the fact that he is he-man and he is he-him, and that we again referring to masculinity above all else. This is part of what the movie is trying to get to. And I think Nicholas is quite a talented comic actor.
Yes.
From what I've seen here.
Mm-hmm.
We have reviewed him in a movie before, quite a different movie, but appealing to the same audience. Let's be honest. That especially later with that transformation sequence, we'll talk about that when we get there. But he is capable. He is very every man in this, even though underneath those clothes you can tell.
You can tell.
Oh, help me, I'm so weedy. And you're like, yeah, you're not
Yeah,
really.
no.
Pretty muscular.
No. And his quest to remember and to find the sword and to make sense of it all is really quite endearing, and I think a good way to get us into what is going to come later, because we see all of his drawings. He has literally mapped out his experience and his memories on Eternia, because
Nobody believes
otherwise,
him.
who know? Well, no one does believe him. That's the whole point. Nobody believes him. I got to give props to her, to his boss. She was fantastic.
I was
She
going
is
She was
every HR person. You're like, you are the job. You are just job. But once Adam finds the sword, the signal is set, kind of like the cosmic key in the last movie. He finds the sword, the signal is sent, and then Eternia turns up on Earth. The person that I had no problem with in this movie and the casting, Camila Mendes was
Oh yeah, she was great.
fucking awesome. Now, I know her from Riverdale. And if anyone was a Riverdale fan, you went on a very magical journey with us from a murder mystery Twin Peaks light show to everyone having superpowers and time traveling. All in that. And so she's good with a bizarre property, but she is real in this, and she kicks quite a lot of ass. She's great as Tila, and I think that there's been a big conversation in the fan base of Masters of the Universe, especially with the Kevin Smith adaptation, that we are trying to make He-Man woke. Why is a He-Man show about Tila? Well, first of all, the Netflix show is called Masters of the Universe. It wasn't a He-Man show. It's a Masters of the Universe show. So for her to assume the lead in the first half of the first season, just because He-Man is dead for all intents and purposes, isn't a bad thing. And I can only think of a little girl seeing this movie and going, oh, she kicks ass. She's amazing. I can do that. I'm amazing. And I don't see why people have anything wrong with that.
I've tried to talk my niece into coming with me, but she's so female driven. It's like, oh no, they made He-Man, but they didn't make She-Ra. She would have loved it.
Yeah, she would have. I think she would have loved it, and I think that just the arc that she goes on as well is quite interesting. And it is a He-Man based property, but she's up there. Like she spends a lot of time on screen.
Oh yeah,
and
absolutely.
And Jeff can back up this. Even in the cartoons, Tila was Adam's bodyguard.
Yeah, she was in every. I mean, I can't think of an episode that she wasn't part of, like a major part of. So to not have her a major part would have been doing. It wouldn't have been the same.
Yeah, she was Adam's protector, as she is as a child in the child version of this movie. She is Adam's protector, but she quite literally is Adam's bodyguard in the cartoons. And her arc and her role in that original cartoon and in the Netflix continuation makes her a very, very, very prominent character. I guess we could kind of spoil it because it's 40 plus years old now, but Tila is the daughter of the sorceress. She will assume the role of the sorceress. That's why she has an adoptive father. That's why she shouldn't really be in Grayskull, as we find out in the Kevin Smith adaptation, because it wants her and all of that kind of stuff. So she is an important part, and I'm glad that she is given that kind of depth here, especially in her first appearance. She's kicking ass. She's jumping off like highway bridges and shooting and like piloting that ship and doing all the things. And Beastman is some fucking mint animation too.
He was scary.
He
was scary.
Yeah,
right.
He was scary. Like Oh, like
all fours running.
Yes.
A beast man.
Uh-huh.
Strangely enough. Strangely enough. But she was holding her own, and I think that we've kind of fall back into the trope later on. We've kind of, I think, because of Marvel, have gone against the trope. Well, the female heroes can only fight the female villains, and that's a fair fight. It's not about that really. It's about her needing to come back and get the job done, because once she finds Adam, she's on a mission. They manage to survive a Beastman attack and head back to Eternia. Even this ship scene is something out of Guardians of the Galaxy, right? Something very similar that happens when they hit warp drive, and everything's very exciting. Anyway,
how the ship's alive and everything like that, and it's
yeah, sentient ship. We love it.
I thought the ship was kind of funny though.
Yeah, the ship's snarky. We enjoy a snarky ship. But Eternia is not the Eternia we left. Eternia and Eternos, the city, are in ruins due to Skeletor's total domination.
15 years.
15 years will do it to you.
We know that.
Oh, yeah, we know that. We know that. But we meet all of these. We've already met them, but we meet these very dear to our heart characters if you are a cartoon fan. To see Fisto and Ram Man and Moss Man and Mechanic done properly.
Yes.
I was like, okay. This is where I start to have a bit of an issue though. Okay. As I said, I have no problem with comedy and action movies. Marvel are taking it a bit far where everything has to be a joke. I think there was too much of it in this. I get it in the real world, and like the counterpart, Adam should be the comic foil. But for the people that are actually living on Eternia, that have been enslaved, that are watching people get incinerated before their eyes, this is their reality. So constant little jokes. I mean, Fisto was funny. I've got it. He fists people. I got it the first time. I don't think I needed it the second time, and we probably didn't need it the third time. The one joke is fine.
Comedy comes in threes. Comedy comes in threes.
But I like the third time was give him head Ram Man. And
I was going to mention, I didn't think you were going there yet. I thought it was further down.
Baby, I always go there. Don't you worry. I live there. I own property there. That's where I go.
It's summer home there.
The heroes are captured and they are thrown in a prison cell where they find a disheveled Duncan. As you said, he had become a drunk.
Yes.
I don't have a problem with that. I feel like we get that
like I said, I don't remember the lore as well as you two.
Well, he that wasn't really part of the Duncan was a capital H hero and there was no faults. But he failed.
Well, Skeletor never took over Eternia for 15 years
I think it's important that we see the results of failure from somebody who was this archetypal hero, man, protector of the palace, protector of the king. He failed, and this is what it does to him, and this is a retribution arc for him as well. He has given up, and Tila. There's a very interesting conversation about the children of alcoholics in here as well. For a movie that is very light and in some substances, they hit some pretty important parts, but good stuff too. I didn't need I know that Skeletor loves a sassier side as well. Probably too many. And then for Evelyn to be there going, oh yes, sir. It's like, no. Just one of you be serious. One of you be and you would think it would be the evil overlord of the world trying to enslave everyone that might have. I like that he has a little sassy side because we always like Skeletor till next time running away.
Right.
But I don't know. The comedy got on my nerves.
Okay.
By the
All
end of
right.
it.
Didn't bother me.
I liked most all the comedy in it.
Yeah.
I really
Yeah,
did.
I didn't-
I felt it was kind of brought me back to being in the cartoon and stuff
Look,
like
yeah,
that.
the cartoon is not a serious thing, but there are very serious moments in, like, we see Mossman get turned into mulch, which is funny. Well done, Skeletor. But the reaction is kind of tempered by the fact that there's a joke straight away. So there's not really gravity to anything that happens, which I think in this movie, and with this movie being the length that it is, there needs to be stakes. And when there's
I
a
didn't
joke
feel like
straight
they
after,
were missing. I did not feel like they were missing, even with the comedy.
Okay.
I enjoyed the comedy.
I
I
think
have
I was
to tell you, I was one of the only people laughing. You know,
I think it's a very specific sense of humor. It's very satirical. It's very self-referential, and all of the He-Man fans were like, nah, I get it. I see what you're doing there, but yeah, for my taste buds, I'm the same with everything. I think Marvel do too much of it now because it worked for Deadpool and it worked for Guardians of the Galaxy. So now every character has to have a comedy moment.
right?
When it's a life and death thing with them, it's like, yeah. And they do it in horror too, like because Scream got away with being darkly satirical and self-referential. Every horror movie thinks that they need to have a little, like, haha, wink, wink. But that just means you are weak and you can't deal with the subject matter. Like, you shouldn't need that kind of reality break if you're invested in the characters. But that's just me.
I was disappointed that Mossman ended up getting
Mulched.
Mossman gets short shrift, right?
I thought he was gonna do some stuff. He was gonna, but
Yeah.
I mean that was I don't know. I had the Mossman toy and everything. So.
And because he was fuzzy, he was look, even before we knew about autism and ADHD, we knew about sensory things. It's like Mossman. And then you're like Stinkor. Oh, why? But oddly satisfying, that Stinkor thing. You're like, that's a good stink. they don't have stuff like that. For kids anymore.
That's new to me.
Stinkor is a skunk, and you used to twist him, and he would emit a smell, which I think was meant to be off-putting. But you're like, childhood. What's it for me? I'm like, childhood. I didn't have Stinkor, my friend did, so I coveted Stinkor. I was like, that stink is a good stink, yo.
You coveted Stinkor.
I did. I'm trying really hard not to buy toys. It's really hard to be a millennial and see all this stuff back in like stores. You're like, nope, don't need it. We'll talk more about unnecessary purchases later because I have one sitting right next to me that Jeff has seen, but I will reveal all later on. But we get our first transformation sequence. It was worth it. It was cool. I loved it. I thought it was great. They did the nod back to the Filmation with Grayskull appearing behind him and all the good stuff. And I'd be looking down at my abs too if they looked like that.
I recorded it on my phone, that whole part. I recorded it. I did. I have it right here.
Just in case. When you need an inspiration day, you're like, there we go. I want to look like him. He was impressed with his own transformation. Yeah. Like, we see what kind of market you're after. It's okay. It's okay. We kind of skipped past Roboto as well, but again, I didn't have a problem with them making a sentient robot have a female voice, but a lot of people do, apparently.
Here's the thing.
It's a robot.
It's a fictitious universe. Why the fuck do you care? What gender, what race, people are green in these alternate universes. What difference does it make what skin color it is?
I think the problem is, and we brushed up against this last review as well, if it isn't exactly the way that people remember it, it's an issue because it has so much nostalgia for some people, and Roboto was a male character in the cartoons. And how dare Kristen Wiig be a robot? But I liked that character. I thought it was a cool character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
agree.
And when when Roboto gets served later on, that's an emotional moment.
It was.
When Duncan, boom! Oh no, shit!
That actually might have been the most emotional moment in the whole movie. Like that was like
okay, yeah, right,
down.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Like, oh no!
Oh shit, not Roboto. I just think there is so much like all of the villains are so good. I love that Pig Boy made a comeback. Pig Boy and Karg.
Yeah.
I
thought it was
Karg. I was like, of all the characters to bring back from the 1987 movie, we choose Karg. But that's okay.
I didn't remember either of those characters.
Just a little Pig Boy. Pig Boy is a bit of a deep dive for the old Masters fans. Pig Boy is a Pig Boy. I love that they gave you a little role though. You're like, oh, sorry, Sarah. But how do you tell if Skeletor's awake?
Right.
How do you tell if Skeletor's awake? I feel sorry for him. Oh, Pig Boy.
I wish I would have seen more of them. It felt
more
like
pig.
More pig people.
Yeah, more pig people. He's just maybe he's the last of his race. They've got a real hunkering for bacon on Eternia. They cannot deal with it. So Adam, Teela, and Duncan, after their little escape plot, Snake Mountain looked cool. Snake Mountain looked cool. Grayskull looked cool. Living.
Yep.
Love it. And the idea of sacrifice is really interesting as well, that Adam is willing to give up everything and to literally become the slave of Skeletor to save everyone and everything, with the revelation that his parents are alive but maybe not well. That was funny.
It was.
I gave Skeletor that. I was like, well, they're alive. Maybe not well. His British chortle, British-esque chortle makes it. But once, I think this is kind of what we missed in the last movie, and we talked about it at the end of the review. The sword is important in this movie. He-Man was He-Man with or without the sword in the last movie. They kind of chucked it in and went, sword. But this dictates success. This dictates power, all of the important stuff. But
at least
I didn't see He-Man I didn't see Adam getting impaled. I didn't see the shattering of the sword. Like that was stakes. That was good. Like I liked that. I liked that there was danger to our main character, even though we know deep down we know that nothing's going to happen.
We've seen heroes die.
Yeah, especially with Marvel. But this is, I'm trying to think how to say it. After so much ridicule of Adam by the heroes of Eternia, they see his humbling as their driving force to go, hey, we can do this. It's happening. It was nice to see Cringer, big grown-up. I just want to pat Cringer. I feel, again, sensory. I feel like that's nice. And that was a little touching moment as well.
Yeah.
It was nice to see them reunited. And the comedy moment,
I thought the joke was good about next time I'm getting armor.
Yep, next time I'm getting, because everyone was waiting for it. Everyone was waiting for that armor. It's coming, people. It's coming. But I did love the Cringer moment. Huh?
And when
he's biting down on somebody's skull. That's comedy I can get behind.
They're just going at it.
Yeah, and he's just like in his mouth. And of course, Duncan has taken his time to get back to where he needs to be, but he is man at arms again now, and we get the trapdoor showdown. As we said, Roboto. Oh, poor Roboto. That's my moment.
I'm sorry. I gotta go back. You missed the whole thing where he was holding up the big ship, and then he's, can you hurry it up? This is heavier.
Right.
Or this is
Heavier than it looks. That was pretty good.
I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
That gave me
that's
one of the
funny.
bigger
Yeah, it's funny. I like.
Well,
there are
you
definitely
completely
funny
glossed
parts.
over one of my favorites. Was when he was in the gym and Dolph Lundgren came to him.
Oh,
We didn't mention Dolph. We
you're
didn't.
in my spot.
And we had. You've got the power, kid, and Good Journey,
Yes.
and Good Journey.
Good journey.
I
Come
clapped
on.
that
That was a
part.
great
I
moment.
clapped for that part when he was.
I
he
went,
was
yeah.
there.
I went, yeah, to myself, sitting by myself, like, yeah. That's embarrassing, but I'm free to admit. Yeah, sorry.
I
did
don't know
gloss
that I
over
had
Dolph.
an audible reaction, but I really did like seeing Dolph Lundgren in there.
It was good. Yeah, he was good. I'm glad that they found a way to get him in there. But the Skeletor, good fight scenes.
Yeah.
Good fight scenes. We complained about the speed of it's like last time, but this is all happening quick and well, and I feel like there is actual menace from Skeletor and
Oh yeah.
all the goodness. As we said, the shattering sword. There are stakes here, and I feel like that's maybe a little bit late.
I didn't think it was late. I disagree there.
I wish that Skeletor would have had a sword as well.
Just for evenness, he did use the staff though, and it was
He
good to see
did.
the Havoc staff.
And he
being
wielded
used.
it pretty menacingly.
And then after forgetting about her for the majority of the movie, the sorceress pops up again.
Mhm.
But it is nice to see the Zoar thing and
Right.
it looking like it did in the cartoon when she becomes the bird. That's the only way she can leave Grayskull, and that's all there. And the bird giving him wisdom of what did we think? What did we think of HR Skeletor though, and Jimbro Skeletor?
I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny. Kind of.
You're like, I did laugh at those moments. I'm like, of course Skeletor's a Jimbro. Of course he is. Protein shake and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
but
ripped too. He's ripped in there, like you can tell.
Yeah.
He's
I did like that aspect of the two worlds combining, because we don't like at the end of the day, this is obviously a fiction movie, but it kind of bleeds the lines between what was real, what was ever real, and what was his life and what could have been his life, and big questions in a little flashback. But
Mhm.
we get the epic message that he, not the sword, truly harbors the power of Grayskull. It's the Wizard of Oz moment, as we said.
You know
last
what?
time.
That hit me so hard because I spent 5 hours looking for this
For that
sword just before this.
And you had the power all along.
Oh my gosh! Oh,
There we
that hit
go.
so hard at that moment. Like I was like, I can give this sword away now. I don't need it.
And then you get-
did.
See,
Yep.
It was really
the movie
it really
has
meant
reach.
something to me.
The movie has reach, and that again, when we're talking about what it takes to be a hero, what it takes to be a man, that power doesn't come from anything outside, and that's a really important lesson
And
in a
also
silly
the
movie.
message that you were chosen because of your empathy.
Yeah, not because you lack. Yeah, you were chosen because of what you had, not what you lacked.
Right.
And that I guess perceived fragility or that perceived lacking is what really makes him Eternia's champion at the end.
Yep.
Because we get another transformation sequence, not one but two. I do like that he of all the powers that he has, his negotiation skills are probably the most important. Conflict resolution is what is going to appease Skeletor.
Didn't work.
Not
Doesn't
so
always
much.
work in the workplace either.
I know. Skeletor does the thing that we wish people would do in the workplace. He admits that he loves being a villain. He's like, this is me. This is what I do. But Skeletor, I don't know. I feel like it was a bit of an easy defeat when we got to it.
That's why we needed the Skeletor sword.
Yeah, we need something. We need something. He gets disintegrated, and of course, Evelyn and Beastman
I did not find it lacking, but
as Evelyn does, she's like, "And I'm out."
Yeah.
in every incarnation of this show, she's like, "Good luck, Skullman. We outie," and she leaves him for dead, quite literally, because he's just a skull at the end, and there is success, and we have a 6 months later moment. I did feel like we got some really good stuff in the last probably quarter of this movie that we probably could have gotten earlier. I think King Randor's death might have meant a bit more had it come a little earlier. That idea of abject failure and losing everything, and it all kind of happens together. It's like we got to wrap it up. We spent too much time making HR jokes on Earth. We got to wrap this up. Kill him. Do this. You're a man. Yep. You're the king. Yep. Cool. He-Man. Like, no, I want more of that. I don't want more Earth. I want more of the thing. More of the thing that's good. But Queen Marlena is now Queen of Eternos. Oh.
Yeah.
Dramatic. I did love, and I think every cartoon fan was big up on this last sequence because we had cartoon accurate costumes for everyone. Even Adam and Tila, they're like walking around, and we did the laugh chortle that they do at the end of every episode. Everyone hands on their hips because it's the easiest thing to animate style. There's those little in jokes that made it all work for me. That last part. How do you feel? And again, this is probably more for Jeff. Now that Adam thinks that they don't know he's He-Man, and they're like, let him go.
I thought that was cute. I wish that they would have made everybody forget somehow.
Something. Just yeah.
And then maybe he, runs off. I mean, it was that was kind of the being overly funny, maybe.
Yeah, it was the satire of it. I mean, it's the Clark Kent thing. If all it takes is Clark Kent to be Superman is to take off some glasses, even in the cartoons, He-Man is He-Man when he's Adam. They don't look different. It's the same person, just bigger and browner, and that's that's what it is. But I gave him that little tick, and I was like, cool. We got to see Cringer with his armor though.
Yes.
So he didn't get his transformation sequence though.
I wish we could have seen him fight with his armor.
Yeah.
Instead of.
Well, we still may. You never know.
Yeah, it certainly did set up a opportunity for sequels.
We're going to talk about it right now. Okay. As Adam and Cringer become He-Man and Battle Cat, charge off into battle as the sun sets. We think the movie is over until one very important character finally shows up. The two conversations that I saw most is, why isn't Cringer the MGM lion? And he was when the movie finally came out. Yep. And the other one was, where the fuck is Orko?
Yes.
And we waited the entire movie for it, but still worth it. I hope for my sake and for the fan base's sake that if you go back through the movie, he is hidden throughout, and that would be very on trend with the show and that kind of thing. And the lesson of the week is just a very cute moment for fans of the show. So I was happy to see Orko, maybe a little late, and we get his moral. And then we, of course, flash to credits. But we are not done yet. Because as Marlena and Man-at-Arms watch him ride off into the sunset to battle whatever force threatens Eternia, we hear her lamenting about loss and how she never thought she would see either of them again. Duncan says maybe she will find her way back to us as well. And then we get probably the best rendition of a Fright Zone I have seen since the cartoon. We get another magical sword popping up as a voice from off camera says, Force Captain Adora, no.
Yeah.
Not anymore. And that's all I'm going to say. I lost my mind, but that's just me. Very, very happy with that. And then it was me and one other person hanging around for the very last post-credit scene, which was just Evelyn
Grabbing Skeletors.
and a laughing Skeletor. He should have said, I'll be back. Let's be real. I mean it this time. I'll be back. But that was the end. And we have to now question whether it is the end. This movie was not a cheap make. Estimated between $170 to $200 million, and thus far it is only at $87.4 million. But
it's only week 2.
Amazon are claiming this a success.
Mm-hmm.
And the prediction is that this movie will take off once it hits streaming because of
I think it will
the
too.
property.
I think it will too.
What do you think, Jeff? Because you are of the fan base. Do you think this is something that people are gonna find later?
I really hope so. I mean, you know, that's I didn't see a lot in the theaters. I mean, I thought that every single theater would be absolutely swamped. A lot of the toys and stuff like, or a lot of the, you know, the swords and stuff like that were purchased. But yeah, I really, really, I mean, hope so. I think so. I think that a lot of people our age will watch it several times. I'm not saying I'm going to, but yeah, I'm going to.
I'm going to watch it again. As I said, I was going to go watch it. I was going to go to the cinemas again and watch it yesterday, but I ran out of time, and then there wasn't a night. The only night showing was at 6 p.m. and I was working, so I couldn't go. I would have seen it again yesterday, and I'm hoping I'll be able to see it again in cinemas before it goes away. But I guess the barometer of success has changed a little bit too now that these streaming companies are behind making the movies, because they know that they have those rights ad infinitum. They can do what they want. So what comes next might not be necessarily a movie. We might get a She-Ra miniseries. We might get something. But they are claiming this as a success, and that they are looking to have a future with Masters of the Universe, which I hope so.
You think that they'll do like a show, like a?
We'll see.
Yeah.
There's a lot of conversation about what's to come next, and you don't need. And I think something like Stranger Things proves that you don't need to be a major box office movie to have a rabid fan base and have these, you know, sword and stone and sci-fi moments that work. Thanks to technology, we can have that kind of stuff in a TV series. It doesn't need to be a $200 million event every time. How we proceed forward will be interesting, but I hope that there is more. That's all I'm going to say, because
they certainly left that door open.
Oh, definitely. Huge tease. And now that everyone knows about the post-credit scene, that's all. They're like losing their minds. And they could very, very easily just adapt the Secret of the Sword story as the next movie, and I think people would lose their minds for that too, because there is such a nostalgia for that animated movie as well. I remember having it on VHS and all the good stuff. So, and that's introducing a whole other world of things that can appeal to a bigger audience. But I guess the question is, how many out of 5 at revealing transformation sequences are we giving Masters of the Universe 2026? Vera, I'll get you to go first because you are
I'm an easy mark.
our guest.
I'm going to say 4.
4, okay.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. But I went in with no expectations.
Right,
You
and
know,
I think that's the
I
barometer,
saw the
right?
87 movie once. I saw the cartoon a couple of times. I wasn't an avid fan, but I was open to it. I enjoyed it.
If you get to the end of the experience and go, I had a good time.
Yeah.
That's all that really matters. And I got to the end of it and I had a good time. Despite my issues with things, I don't regret seeing that movie. I don't regret spending the money. I would spend the money again.
And I will probably watch this again.
It was everything that I expected a 2026 version of this property to be. And I want to see more. So I'm going to give it 4. And the only thing the 2 things that hold it back is too many jokes and Alison Brie.
Yeah, Alison Brie sucked. I didn't mind the
It's
jokes.
It's not a full 6-pack. It's a 4-pack. It's okay. And Mr. Masters, what are you going to give us? What's your score?
I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give it a 4.3. I really, really enjoyed it. I walked out of the place with a smile from ear to ear. I clapped. I laughed. I'm going to give it a 4.3. I don't clap in movies that much, and I clapped a couple times. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's such an American thing to do, too.
It's clap.
It's like clapping when the plane lands. It's such an American thing to do. You guys love clapping. You guys love. Well done. Well done, everybody. Great job. Great job, people. We're really proud of you. But I think, as we said, your experience of this movie that you experienced as a child gave you a little something extra, and then you've given that kid that sword. He will remember that for the rest of his life now.
That's I hope so. I will remember that kid for the rest of my life.
For a crappy 80s cartoon that a lot of people think, oh my god, why are we making cartoon movies? It has legs, it has reach, it has lessons that still matter in a world, especially in today's world, about heroism, about manhood, about how to exist in the world and how to be strong but also strengthen other people. And that's what I hope people take away from it more than anything else, because it was a good time and I hope there is more to come. Especially I want to see my girl on screen. Yeah. I want to see my girl. She's my girl. But we have reached the end of our Eternia adventures for now. You never know. So a big, 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 big thank you to our special guest, Jeff Smith. Thank you for joining us, Jeff. Thank you for
American trusting. Is clapping.
Thank you for trusting a random person messaging me on Facebook, going, "Hey, want to do a podcast?"
Yeah, really.
That was so easy too. I'm like, yeah, sure. I don't even know who you are, but yes.
Yeah. Your parents were very worried. Hey, little boy, would you like some candy? Sure.
What do you got?
What do you got? We will be back in the cinema at some point reviewing God knows what. But thank you for joining us. If you loved He-Man, if you love Masters of the Universe, if you hated it, let us know. But until next time, we're going to pick up our power swords and head on out. And as I said in the last episode, you just got to leave it with a good journey, folks.
Yeah.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Yeah.